Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all those thousands of people who are currently wondering what this is all about, welcome to 6 Blocks Apart. And you're thinking to yourself, what is 6 Blocks Apart? Well, we are. It's myself and my wonderful wife and Melissa and Tim, and we're here to talk about the day's events, what went right, what went wrong, what appeared to be good, what appeared to be bad, and the events as they unraveled and sucked us in. Stuff like that there. And there will be others, just because there's only 4 of us now. Doesn't mean to say that that's the way it's going to always be. There will be many others scrambling to be part of this incredible event. Okay, here we go.
I love it. Well, hello, you guys.
So what happened today, which was important?
Well, I'm scared to say because it might start off political. Okay, what started today? Today was a beautiful day here in Palm Springs. So we are lucky that the weather isn't beautiful. What about you guys, though?
Well, I mean, today, because last night, I had a drink or two, and I decided it'd be a good idea to order Krispy Kreme donuts to go pick up today, which, you have to pick up through the drive-thru. So I drove to Rancho Mirage to pick up donuts.
And tell them about all the stuff you bought.
Oh, and since I was over there, because I had to get gas for my car.
I'm going to stop you. Where's Krispy Kreme donuts in Rancho Mirage?
Across the street from Costco.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, now I know.
Yeah, you do. See,
and they have a drive-thru.
We're educational as well.
I know, this is great. I'm getting so much info. Okay, what did you get?
And then I had to, we got 1.5 dozen because I brought Sarah some donuts, quickly dropped them off to my daughter because we never get to see her. So she's at her house, and we're...
She's 6 blocks apart from you too?
Yeah, she's 6 blocks apart at least.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely more than 6 feet apart, but
then you went into
so anyway, I was with my daughter-in-law Cassie, who lives with us, as you know.
Yes.
And Tristan said, make sure you top off the tank because you never know when we're not going to be able to get gas.
That's true.
I went and put gas in the car, and I thought, Sam's Club is right there. There's no line. Do I go see if there's any toilet paper?
Wait, we have a sideways Garrick.
I don't see Garrick.
He's connecting to the audio.
I think it takes a little bit to connect up.
He's there?
Yeah, Garrick's there.
Yeah. He looks like he's gonna
Wait,
fall
how come
down.
you're sideways?
He's got to be 6 blocks apart.
Oh, he is sideways.
Yeah.
Can you turn your device? Yay!
More better.
Okay, well then I'll have to do it like that. Okay.
Oh, no, you have to hold it now?
No, I have it on a giant, strong, grip. Yeah.
And this is Garrick Lee, everybody.
So Garrick, Teresa is telling us about her day today. So you went to Krispy Kreme.
I went to Krispy Kreme because I ordered them last night after having a couple glasses of wine. And that sounded good last night. So I ordered them online, and I had to pick them up through the drive-thru at 11 a.m. So I drove to Rancho Mirage, and then I put gas in my car at Sam's Club. And then I thought, I'm going to see if Sam's Club has a line. There was no line. So I said, maybe they have toilet paper. No toilet paper. However, I did get some flushable wipes.
Oh, that's good.
And I got a big thing of baby wipes, which are really hard to come by right now.
Those are.
And on the subject of ass wipes, that brings us to Washington, D.C.
So anyway, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. But anyway, that was my exciting day. I felt like it was almost like finding a Prada bag for $20,
Yeah.
That was the feeling of finding these scores.
Right. Yeah. No, that's great.
Well, it sounds like
it's hit and miss, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
I was going to say, you going to Krispy Kreme might be the most exciting day for everybody. Like it's not a really high hurdle these days of who had the greatest day.
No.
It's a sad state of affairs when a visit to Krispy Kreme is the highlight of your day. I think.
Actually, that wasn't the highlight of my day. It was finding the baby wipe and the butt wipes, the flushable wipes.
And on the subject of butt wipes,
But think of all the people that envy you because they don't have a Krispy Kreme in their town.
I know. I didn't even know we had one. Did you know?
or a butt wipe, hell,
Not a clue. Hey, do we want to say what we're all drinking?
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Ruffino Pinot Grigio.
We're drinking
yeah.
Kirkland Pinot Grigio.
Oh, how is that?
It's not
good.
bad at all.
It's good.
Pretty good. And it's only $5.99.
I saw this too was $5.99. I bought 6.
I like Ruffino. What are you drinking, Garrick?
My usual, a Tito's Cosmo.
Cranberry?
A Tito's Cosmo.
How's your son doing in New
He's
York?
good. He's on the video game all day long, so he's good.
At least his brain is occupied, if that's what you call occupied. Must say.
And then our daughter-in-law, she's been cooking our meals at night, which is a nice break for me, and I just do all the cleanup after. It's a
How
nice
was
trick.
your meal last night?
She made a Sasquatch. Is that how you say it? Sasquatch?
Oh,
That was so
chicken.
good.
It's like the flat chicken,
Oh,
It's
my mom
a chicken that's flat. Anyway, she made that and
That was
Brussels
so
sprouts.
And the night before that, there was this thing with prawns and rice.
Yes, it was shrimp. It was like it was a like a Thai curry. Yeah.
Cool.
What about you,
Wow.
Garrick? What'd you do today?
Well, actually, I shot an episode for my show, Garrick Lee Lifestyle TV, and I was here, and Soren is in his home, so we actually didn't even get together, and I was able to shoot a show, and then we can edit it together because we have AnyDesk where he can come onto my computer and just like I sit there and watch him edit and direct. It's so cool. I mean,
That's fascinating.
if we didn't have this technology, forget it.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine what it would be like. I think people would really be even more depressed than they are. Because,
Absolutely.
Right.
yeah, you have that, at least you have this connection. You can talk to people, but back when they didn't have this, what would you do? I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was on with my brother and his wife and their kids and spouses last night on FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't spoken to them so much, and I don't know when, since this. It's like every night after I get off with, people here, then I'm on with them. It's like, it's funny. It really is. I mean,
interesting. It's bringing people closer together there.
yeah.
And we got our little virtual happy hours to at least break up some of the craziness.
I know.
Which I love because I need my friends.
Oh God.
And it's not safe for us to, for us to meet in person. So this is the next best thing. And I really thank you guys for that.
I've been thinking that this probably actually needs to happen, but Palm Springs shut down vacation rentals until April.
I saw that in the hotels.
Yeah.
And all the hotels are shut down. They've canceled every reservation.
Right.
Wow.
I read they shut the parks and stuff today too, which is good.
You mean
Yeah,
you can't?
they shut the parks down. Yeah.
Yeah, because people were going there and having barbecues and having big group meetings and stuff, and that's not going to help the situation.
I know.
We all shelter in place.
So how do you enforce that?
Although,
Well-
but if you block people meeting at the parks, then those people are probably just all going to somebody's house and they're barbecuing in the backyard anyway.
That's true. You're right.
I don't really know.
But we are all going to be in church on Easter Sunday.
Oh my God. Did you see that? There was I forgot what church it was. There's like tons of people just packed.
I saw that.
Yes, I know.
Well, a Facebook friend, I should say, posted this picture yesterday. He lives in Malibu, and he said, "What is going on? Why are these people?" This was Malibu yesterday. Can you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Is that Rick Springfield? No, I'm kidding.
That was Malibu yesterday. Look at all those people. Nobody's taking this seriously.
That is insane.
Well, and again, if there was, it's possible to go to the beach and go somewhere and be really far away from everybody the entire time.
But not when everybody's
not
there.
when you go to crowded area like that and you have to walk.
No, right. I was listening to the Governor Cuomo's basic plea this morning through his press conference, and it was really heartfelt and strong, and yet I felt for him. I'm thinking, how do the people totally at the top in charge, how do they even fall asleep at night?
Funny enough, when I was at Sam's Club today, and it was very quick, I wore gloves, the whole bit, just went in looking for toilet paper, and there wasn't very many people there at all. And then I never use the self-checkout because I really feel like it takes people's jobs away, but there was nobody there, and I wanted to get in and get out, and I used it.
It's different. It's really interesting because I don't know if I said this to you before, but at Vons, they got rid of all their baggers. They don't have anybody doing the bags. And at Ralph's, they still have people doing the bagging. So and at Vons, they're very strict. They made you have like a red line where you have to stand, so you are 6 feet away.
Right. Yeah.
Doing that. Sorry, Ralph's, but
well, and also Vons won't handle your brought from home bags.
Oh yeah, they won't touch your bags,
which really makes sense. You show up with this cloth bag, hand it to somebody. That's how you transfer stuff. So
well, we had a delivery today, and it was FedEx, right?
Well, it didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, anyway, I believe it was FedEx, but he stood really far away.
Oh yeah.
Tristan his name, and he punched it in.
Yep. Same with Tim. She had a sign for it. He goes, "Can I sign for it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they were really far back. Well,
which is good.
Yeah, really being smart.
Yeah.
Normally FedEx guys, you see they got a FedEx sign. They're wearing FedEx uniforms, et cetera, et cetera. This guy wasn't, which leads me to believe he was a private contractor.
Yeah, they're on track. I don't think they wear uniforms. I know.
So Tim, what's it like not touring at the moment?
Wait, you sent me that question.
I'm just, hey, look, there's a dog in front of me.
It looks like a big hand now.
It looks kind of like a dinosaur. Like,
oh.
That's the one that gets on top of my head.
Oh my God.
She always gets in my hair.
That's hysterical.
That's how I wake up. She's in my hair, and it's
Well, I'm trying to keep myself busy so Melissa doesn't get sick of me. So I mean, I actually have a lot of. I mean, when I'm even before I started touring with Rick, I have all this stuff to do. So I'm kind of in my office room. And just doing stuff. So she has most of the.
He's got his piano genius to do.
So what is piano genius? Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, it's a way to learn piano without dying from the coronavirus.
No, but seriously,
it's a whole different way to learn how to do the piano. Tell them the mathematical.
Yeah, what is it about? How can people find out about it?
About almost 10 years ago now, I created one video explaining how I would teach somebody piano instead of piano teachers. And since then, it's been watched 13 million times or something.
Wow.
That's how many?
13 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm impressed.
One of the most watched like how to play piano videos of all time on YouTube.
You got an award.
So, yes.
Wow.
I started creating more videos for people that wanted to go farther. And so I've got a bunch of members who subscribe for updates. And it turns out that's a really time-consuming thing because when I create an hour of piano lessons, it's not an hour. It's like 5-minute clips, and then I spend like 2 hours per video editing
Garrick
them
knows.
and adding everything.
Yeah.
So
every
hour that I do takes about 25 hours to actually do. So it's quite a time investment, but people really like it and they say it helps. So I'm happy to do it.
That's amazing. And where can they find it for those who, are interested?
PianoGenius.com.
No, I'm being serious.
No,
you go to PianoGenius.com. And there's
PianoGenius.com.
Yeah. And
nice.
There's 10 more free videos and like that. Then you can try out more. And then
that's great.
At this point, I've got over 500 hours, not 500 hours, over 50 hours, 500 videos of stuff that I've done.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of time in it. But
very nice. Yeah. And then Garrick, you have your own channel, and Garrick is also a artist.
Yeah.
Right.
An amazing artist, and he is also a fashion designer.
Yeah, that was the beginning of my adult life, was fashion for quite a few years.
Did you always know that's what you wanted to do?
I did. And then at about 12, I realized it just wasn't going over very well back in the 70s, you know, as a kid in Oklahoma. And so I thought, well, I like architecture, so I guess I'll just be an architect. And majored in that in college, but ended up going into fashion. And until I moved to New York City and I saw how hardcore the industry was. LA was so much easier to just be mellow and do your craft and get into what you're doing. New York was so cutthroat, 7th Avenue, and I did it.
Everybody's trying there. Is that why?
Yeah. It was not. I think the first clue should have been when Tony and I moved into our building, the archive in the West Village. This is 1989, and Michael Kors was living in there, and he was so rude on the elevator. We had an Afghan hound and a beautiful, elegant dog, and he was just hated. He did not like that dog one bit. And every time I get on the elevator, he was so nasty. So
I don't like people who don't like animals. Sorry.
I know. And so then I would just meet so many people in the industry that were just cutthroat. I mean, you met a few really nice ones, but it just was enough to tell me I don't need New York City. If I want to do it, I can just do it as from an artist's soul point rather than from a standard corporate point.
Right. And then here.
And where can we find your station?
I'm at pianogenius.com.
Oh, awesome.
It's garricklee.com, and it's Gary with a K, GARYKLEE.com.
And you have an alter ego.
Yes.
How is Loretta doing?
Well, she was busy today.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Well,
must have had a lot to say.
She had a show basically regarding the quarantine, and she doesn't quite.
She like the quarantini?
Well, she doesn't have enough supplies to make it through the whole time.
No, because she wasn't thinking ahead.
Although Melissa and I haven't done anything in a while, we have Palm Springs Princesses.
And I have an
idea.
And I want to know how you're doing since you're not driving back and forth to LA every day or every week.
Well,
are you
got a lot of time on my hands. Lots of time on my hands.
What does that mean?
It means I've got a lot of time on my hands to do bad things.
We haven't been working out. We've walked once.
We go for a walk every now and again.
No, we walked once.
I've walked twice.
He's walked twice. I walked once. He's in the spare bedroom watching TV, and I'm in my bedroom watching TV.
Actually,
you're 6 feet apart while you're at home?
We're at least that.
Except for when we go to sleep at night.
And we're like 6 inches apart.
6 inches apart.
But are they sending you scripts just to get ready? Or?
Hell no, they're
shut.
From what I understand, from what I've been told, they're still writing.
Oh, good.
Now, the writers are based in New York.
Yeah, they can.
So they're still churning out scripts for when we come back. They've got 7 weeks of scripts, 7 weeks of shows in hand.
Oh.
So they can go till the end of April at least.
Well, you know what? If they were all totally innovative, they would do like we're doing, and everyone's quarantined in.
You know what? I see this as a moment. This is a moment to
the Quartermains are quarantined.
Yeah, the Quartermains are quarantined.
We did a show in 2006 when I came back.
Yes.
It was around the monkey virus. It mirrored exactly what is going on.
Serious?
Almost word for word. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I feel like if if the people are home stuck here, and then the soap opera is like.
It's a perfect time to sit down and do something like that.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh yeah, you can have them
You would
right
just
there.
have this like slightly off screen. You'd be like, "What? You're pregnant with my sister's brother?" Or whatever. Just-
Right? Exactly. I love that.
You don't hold it here.
You're
you just hold
pregnant
it
with my sister's
here.
brother. That was a good one, Tim.
Wow, that's an interesting one. Yeah, good story.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's
That worked.
Sister's brother. Wow. That's like really deep South soap.
Yeah.
But actually, I see all sorts of opportunity here where a lot of people probably don't see that.
Yeah.
I think that there's something positive to come out of this if you sit back and
Yeah.
let your mind go that way. You know.
Right. Well,
I hope so.
there's
You know what I'm getting really excited about?
what?
I'm getting really excited about Thursday night because Timmy's having a birthday party virtually.
Virtual birthday
Whoop,
party.
whoop. We're definitely going to be 6 blocks apart for that, but we're going to have fun. We're going to
Ever.
dance. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Ever.
You know, I hardly use this technology, and I've got to start, especially connecting with some of my friends back in Australia. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah.
You know, I was speaking to Tristan's cousin's wife, Tanya, and she said it's the same, like with the toilet paper and the and you know, they have a place in Bali. And so she said she was lucky enough every time they leave the country, she buys hand sanitizer. So she had tubes and tubes of it, you know. And she said otherwise she would have no hand sanitizer other than, you know, she stockpiles it every time they travel. So, but she said there was the toilet paper issue and you can only get like 1 can of this and 1 can of that. And that's how it was at Sam's Club today. As it should be. I'm not complaining.
I think rationing should be, voluntary rationing should be done.
When I went, it makes sense because everybody's going crazy and stockpiling. And there's big notes up on the door saying, we're not taking back toilet paper or anything. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, wait a
For
minute.
all the people that are stockpiling right now.
I thought about a plus side to this. Now,
Yeah,
at
what
the
is
end of this, when they're all bringing back their toilet paper to get money back, I'm going to be there at the door and I'm going to offer them 25 cents for every roll.
There you go.
So they paid
You make money off of it.
for the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. You
25 cents a
But
roll.
the people that have gone and bought like, you know, 50 bundles of toilet paper, there's big signs saying, we're not,
sorry.
at the end of this, they are not taking it back.
No, they should.
And I love that. I love that.
Well, they may have bought a lot of frozen enchiladas.
So I don't know if you read, but one of Tristan's co-stars from when he was Young and the Restless, did you read about it?
No, I didn't read about it. I just saw that.
Greg Rickhart, right?
Reichard
Rickhart, go ahead.
How's he doing?
tested positive.
And
How's he doing?
do you know how he?
Well, the information that Sean sent me was kind of vague because there's so many different levels of the coronavirus. You know, there's basically fairly low level, and then there's an extremely serious level.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wasn't given that information, so I don't know how well he's doing. However, he would have had to have quit the show.
Sure.
Well, the show is closed.
The show is closed down, but he would have had to have quit. For him to get back on the show now, he's got to have a clean bill of health.
Well, that's the same everywhere. And, but anyway, we send definitely our well wishes for speedy recovery.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God.
This is just a crazy time, right?
Yeah.
It is. It's bizarre.
For everybody, because, you know, with everything that's going on, it's so, everything's
everybody you
uncertain.
love. Yeah.
Everything's uncertain. You know, you have your son that's in New York that you
Hate him being
right. And we just have our daughter literally, you know, a half a mile away, but let's say that something should happen to one of us. We're not even allowed to go visit.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't go
That
see
freaks
somebody,
me the F
that
out.
makes me really nervous. Hey, where'd you go? You just left us.
She had to answer.
Because my brother started calling.
That's so
like,
funny. You guys,
blacked
for us, you changed it. I'm talking
I
like
changed it.
You changed it. You're in the bottom and now Garrick's on top.
Garrett took
I was seeing you're in the exact same place.
I know, I
where
got tired
you
of that
were before.
position.
Oh, you're quick, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend that had like an outpatient surgery. I'm not sure if it was at Eisenhower or whatever, but she was talking to a pretty high up level nurse, RN, and the nurse, she was asking her take on it. She believed it had been around in the valley for a while as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I also spoke to a good friend who her husband's a nurse at Desert Regional, and he said this has been around since October.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all very sick in January, so I don't know because there weren't any tests.
Well, you guys had the really bad flu. I mean, it took a long time for you to get better. And you were in a lot of pain. You kept telling me you had really bad headaches and aches and everything.
Yeah, and that cough.
No,
so
we're talking to each other on a computer.
We're talking to each other on a computer. We're having happy hour on a computer.
Yay, cheers.
But guess what? Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
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 My friends.
It's better than not having happy hour on a computer.
Oh no!
Well, at least we can
absolutely.
sit back and talk about it. You know, we're in a situation using technology that we can discuss it.
Right.
And it may get better and it may get worse, but
So-
we're in a situation to at least talk about it.
That's Garrett. Oh, there he is.
Again, you keep moving. Go.
Well, I think we come to an end of this wonderful moment here of 30 minutes thereabouts of us all talking about stuff that we should talk about. And if you'll join us again tomorrow, we'll be talking about other stuff. And you can join in too.